Hello, hello. Hey everyone, welcome to another stream. Hope you guys are able to hear me. So, if anyone is new, this is a continuation. So, the plan today is to do this. Right? DSA only two topics, 2 hours. Almost we have spent, but yeah, kind of three. Right? This is the break POMO that is going on. We'll be taking up. We'll be starting up in some time. Hey, hi Pratik. Looks like you are also studying hard. Nice. Yo-yo, no. Who said that? I am not a candidate master and I solved DSA rounds. So I failed in LLD round because that was my first LLD round. So no. Candidate master, no, no, no. This is again a mind game, right? I used to think the same in college. No, that is not correct. It can't be solved by only candidate. If you have good practice and if you are, for example, let's say night on lead code, right? Then you have a very good chance of clearing that. But yes, you need a very good practice for Uber. That is there. But not by being candidate master. That's not correct. So Yo-Yo, if you're listening, right, please, I'll request you to like put a thumbs up in the chat if you are listening to the answer also, right? That kind of then it's a two-way communication. So answer to your question is no. But in general, yes. Uh, I like even if I have to if someone has to do a let's say research on every engineer working in Uber, I doubt that uh, even 30% will be candidate masters out of 100. So that's not true. Don't think like that. Yes, thank you. And thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Cool. So now it is going to be, yes, why can't you directly go on to lead code and solve question? What is wrong with that? I did that only. So I went to lead code and started solving questions. So you can start with, I think this is a very good and underrated thing. Okay, you like please feel free to uh, like and comment. So where what I was going to say. Yes. So this is to your question, Piyush. So they have this list, easy and hard list, right? So you can get started with this. You can start with easy and then you can go to hard and then medium, like medium and then hard, right? Why can't people just start with DSA? Like just lead code. You can start solving these easy ones. That's what you should do once you have good prep knowledge of DSA. Uh, cool. So that's that. Let's get started now, right? So now I'll not be looking at the chat, guys. Otherwise, then it's not a productive session. As in, like, I talk a lot then. No. Back then, when I was preparing, there was no sheet. But this is a sheet only for you if you have to consider it, right? They have like 50-50 problems in each. So that is the thing. 50-50 problems in each of the list and with this 75 and 150. So if you watch my video, I have said in that only, right? If you have watched this video, how many problems to target. In this, I have mentioned all the sheets. So you can follow that. I did not follow any specific sheet. No, the DSA questions that I saw in Uber rounds were not, I had not seen that before. It were variations of the patterns that I've seen before. Graph problems majorly. Just like in contest you do, right? In contest you do unsolved problems. That was the case in Uber also. Uber's level was kind of third problem, or sometimes when the second is also hard. I did not get any fourth problem, like from a lead code contest level. So if you have now never given lead code contest, then I think uh, you need to do that if you're targeting Uber. So you can do virtual contest if you're not able to wake up in the 8 a.m. right? So yes, that's the last chat reply. Uh, replying that post 30 minutes. Yes, so you should then look at old contests, right? Start do virtual 30 from 300 or 400. Yes, I agree with you. Third question is pretty hard these days. I have stopped giving the contests because I don't need to wake up at 8 a.m. now. So, but I have tried virtual. It is hard. Third is pretty hard nowadays. Okay. Make it light because I think white is better. Time to pick a problem, right? So I'll be referring my notes when we are doing this also. We need to start, right? Actually started. I don't want to get a link. There a way to, yes, also have. So all these are resources that come in handy whenever someone asks me a question, right? That's why I'm not getting rid of these because some might ask me again the same question, so it would be easy to do that. Also can go into cool. In this video, let's practice designing something like book my show. So design booking some like my show, right? So all my knowledge is based on all the books I've read and practical things and all that stuff. Right to the topic is HLD. Cool. That is the session. Probably better call it HLD. Cool. Okay. Not gonna need notes for this one, but still, no harm in keeping the iPad ready. Hmm. Just want to see how much is coming. Cool. ABC is coming, right? This is the area. Cool. Now, whenever we start with HLD problem, right, main things mean that we need to know what the system does, right? So what the test system is about. So Book My Show is a system where users can go in, like this is like about section, right? So, or you can say like intro or clarification session or probably understanding the problem, right? So let's call it intro. So in this, what we know is like what is a Book My Show, right? Book My Show is something where users can go and buy tickets for show, events, different things, right? It could be stand-up, it could be movie, so it could be a event. Basically, now here the event could be movie or anything, right? So, uh, platform where users can buy tickets for events like movie, stand-up comedy, concert, etc., right? So that's the intro. So probably everyone would have used that, right? Now, once we have done that, the next thing that comes is, let me just get rid of my phone for a second. So the next thing that comes is functional requirement, right? So there are a lot of things that we can discuss in an interview. How I would like to think of it is that functional requirement, non-functional requirements, capacity estimation, and then like database design, like entity and DB design, right? And then APIs, and then HLD, and then component, deep dive each component of HLD, and then security. So I even had a keyword for this, which I'll probably once I create a video, I'll tell that to audience, but mostly it would be like partitioning, scaling, purging, and then partitioning, scaling, purging, security, fault tolerance, things like this we will discuss, right? So, but first functional requirement. What is the first functional requirement that I should be able to search, right? That is that something comes to my mind. Search is something. So search could be there, search for events, and then book. I should be able to view a event and then book a ticket for the event. So three functionalities I'm able to see. Search, view, and book. So now this is not how you should kind of right. You need to expand more. This is not something that I was doing. I'm just still thinking. So now search right out of this, which is a simple one, the view one, right? So let's say make that uh, user should be able to do events like movie, stand up, etc. Right? It could be anything. Then user should be able to search for specific events. User should be able to book tickets, right? So this is the, we can just think of it that these, now I restricted to three are the things. Intro will be a ticket. So these are all user level things. There could be a admin level thing also where admin can add new events, right? But that might go out of scope. So coming to functional requirements for NFR, this is like FR, right? Now in NFR, the things that we need to think about is now first thing that I like to think about is cap theorem, right? Then what I'm able to think about is scalability, latency, data durability. So let's erase all of this stuff. So we will talk about cap theorem first. So in book my show, right, it could be combination of both. Like to view and for your search, you should have more availability, right? If there is any updates to event, right, it is okay to show as long as it's not the ticket thing. So that is what I would say. So consistency over availability or booking functionality, availability over consistency or you search. Now scale, it should be able to handle large query per second for booking, right? That is one of the thing. Search latency, right? So there should be. Now scalability will be as in like it should be able to scale to 10K per second, right? Decide request. We should think about read or write, right? Book my show, generally a lot of people go to view it, but not everyone books the tickets, right? So read heavy, or it could be neutral also, but we can just say that more people go to book my show to see what events are going on, and not everyone books the ticket, right? So probably 50 to 1 is good ratio, read to write. And search latency should be less. Now I have read this somewhere that if your latency is more than 700 milli per second, then it is catchable to the eye, right? If it is 1 second, then that's definitely, but if it is more than 500, 700, then also it is catchable. So you can say less than 500. That is the search thing. And then a lot of other things would come, right? Could be fault tolerant, and there should be no double booking the tickets, right? No double booking. I think it's called item potency. see. Processed only once, right? So there should be no double payment. Is this whole thing free? Oh, this is nice. I have not gone through this. I think this is by byte code only, and I think it is the first video. Nice. That's really good. This is, I think it's book only. So if anyone is new, I think this is a really good resource to go through. Real-time gaming. Oh, I will also go through. We'll learn together in one of the video. Cool. That's really good to know. I did not know that this they have this course also out there for free. Really good resource. Mhm. So coming back to this galley, right? So these were her requirements, like item potency that it should not only be booked once. So then comes the capacity estimation, which is not worth it. Capacity estimation, but what I would like to do is right instead of so what generally comes is like uh query per second estimation, read query per second, write query per second, storage estimations, and then also come daily active users, right? All of that stuff based derived on world population and all. World population and how popular is this application. Population. But what I generally do is that okay, it is a big system. We can say that read queries are probably 10K per second is QPS, right? And so this we can just say that uh, these are the queries per second, right? 10K is a big number to handle at per second. So that is something that I would say. Also, we have done the intro. This should ideally take 5 to 7 minutes. So I'll revise this. So we are designing a book my show kind of a system where a user should be able to view the events. User should come in and they should be able to view the events and view the event, and then we'll be able to search for specific events and then also book the tickets, right? View, search, book the tickets. So then let's talk about some entities. First thing that we have is a event. Let's put user first. User, event, ticket. Do we have something else? Like the main core identities are this only. Now event could have a actor, or you can say the main performer or actor, right? So let's call it actor. Who's which actors? Because search could be based on that actor, right? And then there could be a event location. So that could be a venue, right? And then once you have booked something, then that becomes your booking, right? Okay. But I'll mainly say it is event, and then you have event tickets. Then now each of this will have an entity, right? We need to expand this. Like user will have a user ID, which we are going to do in a minute. The next would be API design. Now API design, so user should be able to view events like movie and stand-up, right? So view is a get call. So get, let's say view event is the name of the thing that we are tackling. And you need to do get events, event ID, event and venue. So so basically it will go to our event